Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Slipways, where today I don't know how to turn this into a verb. Today we're rippling in space. Will this be the one where I get more than a single star? Probably not. It doesn't seem likely, but we can always hope. What if we just had hope, right? All right, what's going on here? There have been reports of strange space-time disturbances in this sector. It looks like our previous experiments with Isium somehow activated its deposits here, turning them unstable. Your task is to assess the situation, learn why Isium behaves this way, and ensure that the problem does not spread. So 25 years to stabilize and then colonize 11 Isium worlds. The Isium deposits warp local space-time, rendering the planet uninhabitable. Once they are stabilized, colonizing the planet yields 3 science. I'm going to assume that's a one-time payout of 3 science and not like 3 bulbs per year, because that would be, to do 11 planets, that would be a wild amount of science. Okay, so we have to... I remember this one now. We have to build the stabilizer device and then deliver chips to it, and then once we've done that, every Isium planet we connect it to will become stabilized and usable. And we get stars based on how many Isium planets are at least established and how early we complete our single mission goal. Okay, that seems pretty doable. So if we got, okay, pretty hard not to take the Silted. What I was about to say is if we have a greater than normal need for chips, we should at the very least check if the Siltids have joint factories, which they totally do. They also have integrated manufacturing here, which I think is pretty strong, and flexible fabrication, and even manufactured luxury. If we get to the end game and we're a little bit short on prosperous worlds, having all of the prosperous forge worlds help push nearby people worlds up could be potentially useful. I don't think there's any universe here where we take experimental tech, because I think we really want joint factories. Also, it's just, it's worth remembering that having joint factories makes it much easier to accomplish a lot of the Silthid goals. And, brain-machine interface. It's always fine. It's always at least good. Okay. The Vittori have some very nice technology. The quantum sensors that I like, the big scanner, obviously extra science from labs is a big deal. The Bakar have energy from desert and arid worlds. Plasma containment's up there somewhere. I'm actually not sure at all where we are going next. The Denders seem pretty good. We can do the brain machine interface social capital thing, which has worked out very well for us in the past. Again, we have a little bit of weird overlap with Enlightenment versus Flexible Fab. Not that that's a bad thing. Habitats are probably not too good. Replicating nanites can be all right. Reducing colonization costs by 100% is essentially nothing, because by the time you can get this, you're paying 30 and 40 credits for each slipway, and then it's like 8 credits to colonize a world. But the time reduction is cool. And then, I'm actually pretty torn here. I think we do want the Vittori, and I think the third slot, given the technologies we're seeing here, is like Dender for social capital versus the Euphorians, because the Euphorians do have gene adjustment, which is pretty significant. If we wanted to do this, we also have xenotourism, which is a thing we haven't used a lot, but we probably should. Yeah, honestly, this is pretty good, I think. Economic zones potentially could be useful. We end up with situations where people worlds can be connected to other people worlds relatively frequently. Hyperdense architecture seems cool. And then, at some point, sleep replacement, maybe. Let's try it like this. We do not have a lot of extra money stuff in the early game, and that could be a problem. But let's see if we can muddle through, because we are going to be in a position here where it's possible for us to make a lot of science early, And we can maybe just get to gene adjustment like really fast. The thing is, I probably want to pick up quantum sensors and either xenotourism or brain machine interface. And if that's the case, we can't get gene adjustment until third. Because picking it up earlier will mean that we only get one thing from tier 0. I honestly don't know what the right move is there. Okay, so we have one of these Izium worlds, and in this case, yeah, Izium makes the planets completely useless until it is stabilized. Okay, I think we have a pretty compelling starting position here. Can this ocean world see the mineral world? It totally can. Okay. Well, how do we want to do this? Actually, let me reveal. That's a bummer. I can't quite get both of these exterior worlds in a single probe. But let me see these two. Okay. So if we're doing this thing, running a path right across here, it makes it very awkward to get chips from this world to a stabilizer in a position where it can stabilize that world, which is a shame. We don't have another source of minerals around here. I guess, hold on. Yeah, we don't have another source of minerals that can reach this world at the very least. We could set this up a little bit differently, though. This could be our people world. And we could do minerals, joint factory, robots to food here. Send that stuff up there. And then that leaves this path open so we could do a stabilizer here and feed it to both of those worlds. And then this world just connects there for the Gaia world stuff. Let's go ahead and start setting that up. That's pretty good. Alright, tasks. It's actually not that hard to get a joint factory to 4 or more resources, right? It is going to require 2 inputs, though. And they both have to be mineral. Well, this is, we need 1 science to accomplish this. We're about to set up 1 two-way trade. Let's just take these. We can make these work. So there's a 2-way trade. Let's grab this while I'm looking at it. Ooh, free early game infraspace relay versus 8 science. This is a good station. Right, multi-purpose factory. Send a chip. I'm gonna not settle this other world just yet. Let's just blow up 2 asteroids here. Now we do this. Okay. I guess when we get flexible fabrication, if we want to make this a goods world, like it can just solve that problem right there. I should have grabbed quantum sensors as early as possible. Both for that purpose and also for, increasing our rate of science income from probes. Okay, so how am I going to stabilize this world? That is pretty awkward, actually. Alright, if we did... a lot of Izium worlds all close together here. It really makes me want to make this another joint factory. I was kind of hoping to make this world produce goods. But since all of the stuff around it that could serve it is unstable, I think we probably can't do that. Yeah. Okay, so if we make this a joint factory, we run the stabilizer out. Make this a mineral world to feed the joint factory. We're cutting off. This world can't reach the remnant world anyway. So we may as well put the stabilizer up there. I think that's okay to do. I do want to get this other two-way finished, though. Let me have a little bit more information. Because if we could stabilize this somehow and do a water for people two-way here, that would be pretty convenient. I guess I could run a stabilizer. Yeah, I could run a stabilizer from there, letting me hit both of these worlds. It'll mean this world's stabilized, but it's also just kind of like off on its own in a place where I can't really interact with it anymore. And I would like this world to be able to connect directly to that world, you know? There's no way we're going to be able to run a stabilizer powered by this one. Let me generate some more information down here as well. So I was thinking in my head, it would make life really easy if there was a remnant world nearby, but I should have been more specific. Because I definitely needed a remnant world that wasn't unstable. Well, I mean, I can make it not unstable, right? If I do this, I guess this. Yeah, we can feed the chips down here. Does it make sense to make this a chip world in that case? It does allow us to get the two-way trade. But then this isn't doing anything. I guess if we make this into a goods world, if we can at some point in the future, make this into a goods world, then it will want to have chips. We're going to produce so many. We're going to produce so many chips. We have no idea if we'll ever be able to get anything else over there, though. Okay, I guess the better way to do this is to make this the people world. Do a two-way trade for biomass to here. And then we can run, you know, minerals or robots to goods. Yeah, that's smarter. That still gets me my two-way trade. Everything about that still works and makes sense. Yeah, we'll save that. So I'll put this in a position where it can hit that one as well. Feed it chip. Okay, we do get the trade value of that chip. I'm a little surprised by that, honestly. And we're not paying any upkeep for the stabilizers. That's nice. All Isium molecules seem to be intrinsically connected. It was our use of Isium in other sectors that has activated these dormant deposits. With nothing to control them, they warp local space-time at random, which seems very bad. Okay, show me some more stuff. We're still on established one planet doing the thing, huh? I'm about to get my first import hub going, but I think two new technologies is closer. Especially since we're getting free science, I do need to get a lab up somewhere. But yeah, let's take these. I think we can do these. And so I can just take the 8 science off of this right now. I think I would rather have brain-machine interface than xenotourism. Yeah. Okay. I'm cool with that. So let's do this. We may as well detonate this now. So this is gonna hurt a little bit. We're gonna... Here, let me grab the 8 science. take brain-machine interface, which I do want to use. We have flexible fab and we don't have enlightenment. Right, okay, so it is perfectly reasonable for me to do brain-machine interface on our people worlds. Okay, now comes the ugly part, where we change the empire size. Is this a robot world or a mineral world? Let's look around and see what makes more sense. The answer is nothing, really. It could be either, because the worlds over here have access to both already, and there are no worlds over here. Yeah, okay, it extremely doesn't matter. Minerals, I guess? Robots are more broadly useful. We need minerals, though. We do. All right, so I have to do that. I have to get one more science to get gene adjustment. Let me try to make that happen real quick. There we go. Try to get that kicked off before we figure out our next year. Also, I forgot that was going to happen, but that rules. Really? That's not close enough to the Forge world? That's a bummer. Oh, I guess there's an argument to be made that this should have been a chip world. Because this can be a mineral world. Am I allowed to back up enough to change that? Because, like, I will. No, okay. Yeah, this being a mineral world, or this being a chip world makes a lot of sense, because then we could use the chips to stabilize this, and... yeah, that's a way of doing that. Well, too late now. Okay. Really do wish this was connected to more stuff. What are we looking at next, science-wise? We're already at a place where we can research quantum computing. I should get a lab functional. That's a thing I need to do. So... I do also need to actually make this happen. A single point of minerals getting committed here would do it. Also, if we set up a joint factory somewhere else, that would also make it really easy. Can't get food out of an arid world. So this world would have trouble with food. That's going to be a tough move. I want to do a joint factory over here. And we have stuff to stabilize, like it has obvious utility, but I can't actually use this world for anything. We can't go the other way either, because there's no way to get food to this world. That's a desert. Oh, no, that's a remnant. Okay, there is a way to get food to that world then, right? I guess it's not drawing the line. Is this distance really too great? I suppose it must be. I don't think you can just... yeah, there's no, like, modifier key that I can hold down that lets me just draw a line in space and see if that line is within our distance parameters. But if I got these both stabilized, we could do a two-way trade for water here, and then robots to food, but I think we're just out of range a little bit. If any of these are worlds that can produce food, though, that's pretty easy to run. Is there any way that we're going to have an easier job? Okay, you know what? These worlds aren't too hard to get to produce 4 or more non-people resources. if we connect a second person here and spend the point of water, it'll be done. Let's gather a little bit of information this way. Okay. So a two-way trade, people to water there, actually gets it done. And then I just need a way over here to get food. Okay, that's out of range even if we did flip it somehow. We have, in theory, robot makes food available to us. But as of right now, we have no way to make this planet produce robots, actually. Oh, actually, the second point of biomass that comes off of this world can make food via the primordial world. Okay, yeah, that totally works then. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm broke, right? So we can just knock that one out. Alright, that accomplishes a goal. Get 2 more ocean worlds to successful. We have 1 inhabited ocean world and it will never be successful. Chip production by 6 units is a lot, but I don't think it's totally undoable. We can probably make this happen. Lab studying robots that gets to 6 science is like, we'd have to invent both of the lab technologies and still get 2 robots into that lab. Plus the reward for this is just it's not where I want to be right at this moment. Here's a fun thing, though. I am out of money. These long slipways. Very harsh. Okay. Can you connect here? No, you cannot. Well, I could just make this a people world. Just feed it, like, immediately. That's not horrible, honestly. We do need to get some kind of lab set up. I need so much money. Our income's not even bad. We're really burning through it. And I'm at 2 of 11 on our mission. Although we have 2 more right here that we have a plan for inhabiting. I just need to have the money to actually perform said plan. Let's get some more information. Okay, that was not a lot. What are these? All right, and then I have to tap out for the year in August. So we have a fair amount of money to work with here. What lab am I going to set up and how? Is the question. Because I do really, really, really need a lab. We don't have a ton of spare material in general. Okay, if I made this a chip world, if I just go ahead and give up on the goods here for right now, trusting that we will flexible fab a point of goods over at some point. Just make this a chip world. Set up a stabilizer over here to feed both of these worlds. Then do people to here to make minerals, feed those minerals back into this. Then we can go minerals, minerals, and minerals and set up a mineral lab that can be fed by all 3 of those. And I think that's gotta be the move. I think it's the only one we could possibly do. Unfortunately, it's expensive and a lot of it's not going to be able to be accomplished for a while here. We don't have another, like, we have to get a lab up, and we don't have another play, though, I don't think. So let's just go ahead and do it. So we send our point of population and that. I have to do a bunch of stuff here. This has to be up here so that it doesn't block the route to the lab. We are out of money. We're out of money. We have nothing to do about it. Well, at least that was one science. Doing this does earn us a bunch of immediate science as well, which is nice. Okay, there we go. 5 science lab. As use of Isium continues, more deposits will activate and the effects will worsen throughout the galaxy. If we don't stop, this could endanger the entire empire. Okay, so this is going to be a people world. This has to be a food world. But we can make that work. Yeah, this people world powers that. This people world powers that and that. That doesn't happen until we have flexible fabrication, but it will happen. Definitely going to get quantum computing next. Yeah, all of this is okay. She tried to convince herself desperately. So if we people world here, the thing is I want to do the water trade there. I guess we can just do a water trade here. It's fine. Yeah. That's okay. Cool. Empire size changes. Love to see that. What is the point where, like, the total cost of the paths is going to be as short as possible? I guess we just want to make, like, this line really short. And I can worry about stabilizing that world later. Okay. Grab quantum computing. While we're at it, commit a body here. I mean, it's another 2 science. It's going to break us again. But I am desperate for science. Yeah. Yeah, I certainly am. Okay. So, now that we are good and broke, we have gotten our only goal up to 5, though. And we have real science income. There's a lot to be said for what's going on here. I guess I have to reveal this node at some point. Hopefully it's an asteroid. Oh, it's a whole world. And it's a world that wants our... It's a world that's in the way of the delivery of the robots. Shit. That's actually really bad. Okay. If I made it a people world, and we checked the forebear ruins, we could just hope that we produce a way to get robots over here. That will never connect because the obstruction. If this isn't a way to produce robots, we're in very dire shape. All right, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to hit end year. Flexible fabrication is 1 year plus 2 science away. So this gets us that 2 science. Shit. We're probably scavenging that for parts would be my guess. Yep, and there's no way to produce robots anywhere ever. Very fucking grim. I should, we should get some machine interfacing established. I probably need to do that. But this situation has become, like, immediately super dire. how do we deal with that? I can't believe that little signal was a world. It really turned out very badly for us. How about... No, I got nothing. I do not know what to do. All right, so next year we buy flexible fabrication because it lets us fix this problem. We're gonna run out of happiness very quickly, though. We still are not really making progress on these. We don't have a way of stabilizing this ocean world. I guess we're in the neighborhood of slipstream relay. If we can slipstream relay robots from here, people to robots to food. Maybe we have to delay flexible fabrication and fixing this. Because these planets are closer to their unhappiness cap, right? They're not at it yet, but they're closer. They will level off earlier. Yeah, okay. If that's the plan, then I need to get to 38 science. So we need one more point of science in the next 2 years, which is easy enough to... There we go. I don't love it, but I do think it's going to work. And then, like, do I want to just burn this for parts and install a bunch of brain mind machinery stuff? I think so. Okay, so we have a little bit of time left here. Can I use that time in a more important way? Does this work? It does. Oh, I should close this up, obviously. That will help a lot with the happiness problems. And then this could become, I don't know, a joint factory or a goods world or something. Bummer. Trying hard to be as productive as possible here. So yeah, like skill up facility here, here, and here gets us a 30% bonus on the output of 10 products. Oh, that's right, you can only do it on successful worlds. Which we don't actually have that many of. And this won't work. Yeah, it's obstructed for sure. Oh, it's out of range too. Fun. Well, I do feel like I should use it. So that's an extra 5 per year right there. That'll pay itself off very quickly. That's only an extra 3. Takes a tiny bit longer. And then we have $15 for the rest of the year. Is there a settle that I'm definitely going to do? It's not super helpful to make this a people world. I absolutely can, but it's not super helpful. I guess I know I'm going to do this, right? We know this is part of our plan. So we may as well go ahead and do that. And then we can burn this asteroid. When we run out of money again. Presently. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. There's no two ways about that. So we cannot realistically work on getting ocean worlds. Oh, here, let's have a look over here. Okay, no food producers. I would love to get our goals accomplished. It would be super cool. We only have access to a couple of ocean worlds right now. There's no way to get food to this one at all. And this one has kind of a similar problem. It's in theory, like, this is at least a food producer, but we have no biomass for it, obviously. This one is isium poisoned, and there's not a ton we can do about it. I guess if I made this a joint factory, which would help with the other mission. No, probably not, right? I was going to say we could, like, drop a stabilizer out here, but that's way too long for the chip run. If this was a joint factory, we could do a chip run, or we could do the thing to, like, here and probably feed all three of these worlds off of it. But even if I can do that, we have no way of feeding this forge world. Planet distribution on tough, you know, it's a real kick in the head. So if we did a chip world here, I'm trying to figure this out. Making this a people world, like we had to stabilize this world, right? If this turns into a water producer, it has to get another point of population from somewhere, which it looks like it probably never could. So that's no good. If this is a food world, it would need robot plus mineral to get to successful, which we absolutely can give it. If this is a mineral world, it's very easy to go some minerals here, some minerals there for robots. But we have nothing to do with that food afterwards. Probably. And we would have to get 2 points of food out of this world in order for it to actually flip to successful. So that's tricky. That's a problem. We have a similar problem over here. We probably will never be able to get this world to successful. We might need to just explore some more, just like expand outward and try to find some more ocean worlds. Because I think the ones we're working with now are just simply not going to work. Yeah, even basically no matter what we made this, it would never be able to become successful anyway. Well, what's a direction we actually can expand in? We're certainly incentivized to expand this way. I guess I'm going to do this like pretty bad probe. I need to know. Okay, that's a world that can produce minerals to feed the chip world. And then we could potentially run chips to here. Unfortunately, I need like way more data. If this is a joint factory, actually, it produces the chips for that and the robots for that. Yeah. Okay. I like that. So we have to start with this. Let's go ahead and do the two-way trade, get that income. Oh, that's not two-way trade. What are you talking about? I guess we could make this a Gaia world instead. If we made this a food world, it needs... Okay, we can make this biomass. Yeah, we can make a functional thing happen here. I am going to stick with the plan. So we're going to put this down here. Okay, stabilize. Give me this. Am I going to have enough money to clean up all the messes I've made? I honestly don't. I don't think so. And our happiness is dipping. It's going to get really ugly really soon. Oops, no, not that one. Sorry. This one. There's no way Isium is a naturally occurring mineral. It must have been manufactured by the forebears. No known natural process could replicate its structure. 19. $2 more than I have. Okay. That's going to be 13 by itself. That's so harsh. I did these colonizations in the wrong order for sure. Do we just pass with all of this time up? I think yes. Because I really want to preserve as much money for this as possible. Okay, so minerals, connect, connect. As you can see, we are in unrest mode. We have a very limited time to get our shit figured out. But we're getting there. Colonizing this now to try to upgrade this world would push us up in empire size, so we're not going to do it. We do have to get this sorted out, but this is going to be expensive. And I think we just have to go to the next year. All right, let's do it. Okay. Largely stabilized. I'm pretty sure our next tech is flexible fab. Do I want integrated manufacturing? Because if I want it, I kind of have to get it now. I think we're going to skip it. Here, we can definitely get the one science we need for fab. I think this is a situation where we can just skip it. Does that work? It doesn't. Okay, well, can't say I'm shocked. Okay, so at the end of the year, the unrest will settle down. How much does this cost? 25? So we know we're going to do that. I guess, like, all I can really do for the rest of this year is send probes out. All I can do of value. We do have a lot of information up here to gather. Okay, and we have managed to put ourselves on 8 of our victory worlds without even really trying, so, you know, that's pretty good. Okay, so that flips that world, makes all this possible, and all of a sudden, our happiness is fine. Everything's cool and good. We have 6 points of past shortages on happiness that will just wear off over time. Whew. Okay. We have a lot of unemployment too, but that's a problem that we will solve, you know, over time. Let's go ahead and set this up. It does hurt our income to do that, like, a lot. What would be the thing we do here? We can't really get robots or chips to this world, right? It would actually be nice to make it a people world. It's just very inconvenient. And the thing is, if this was able to be a people world, we could do a water lab right here. We could do like a pretty good water lab right here, actually. And we have the food already. Yeah. And connecting these two would get us to 10 of 11. We're actually, like, we're getting pretty close to clearing our goal. Would there ever be a way to deliver chips? I mean, yes. Yes, we absolutely could with a slip relay. I'm going to go ahead and commit to it because I want the lab. So we'll give you the food. Make you a water world. Our dating efforts suggest that Isium was only created and used very late, close to the fall of the Empire. I'm sure it's a coincidence. So we'll do this. Sorry, let me connect the water first so that we get the science. Actually, let me even go back. There we go. So we get the 5 science people. And then when we get the chips, we'll have an extra point of population. We can feed to here, and it will be great. Okay. One thing at a time, though. That's a semi-distant concern. What? I didn't actually even look at these. What was... Okay, if we get one more Isium planet stabilized and colonized by the end of the year, we will get 4 stars on this objective. And 17 feels tough. The rest of these are the normal things. Yeah, but this is not too horrible. Is there a place where I can relatively easily... Am I allowed to stabilize from here? I am. This world only does one thing, though, and we can't do it. We could stabilize one of these 2. I mean, I do want to lock that in, right? We do not have a lot of money to work with. Like, it's pretty easy to just run. It's awkward that this doesn't quite fit, but we wouldn't want to draw that route anyway because I want to do biomass food. Like, this is our food triangle right here. So if we run a second stabilizer off of this world, colonize food triangle, right? I don't know if we have the money to do all of that, but we don't have to do it all right now. We just have to do one part of it right now. This is just +2 science right this second. Feels like I should take it. I would have liked to have taken it earlier. Yeah, all I need is the money to do... Ooh, we don't even have the money for this part. Shit. Ah, no, we're not going to make the thing. How much is this? 6. So we would need to get to 11, which we actually can do. Okay. Connect, and there's the lock-in. Okay, 4 stars. That's not bad. Now we have to survive. And I mean, like, also that's victory, right? Like, that's worth remembering, is that we just won. Provided that I don't manage to get myself kicked out of office for any of a variety of reasons prior to that. Does that work? Okay, so we will be able to connect. Oh no, we won't. Sorry, I'm gonna triangle myself off from that. Well, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So we do have... I think we want to go up to the next science tier here. Let's go ahead and make this happen. Try to keep our happiness from dipping too far. And then, like, the next thing I really want to do is close this up, right? But it's pretty hard to have the money for that. Well, I mean... It's going to keep gaining unhappiness. But not in a way that matters like a huge amount. This does also accomplish a goal. That's a pretty compelling reason to get it done, I guess. I mean, is our next move... Is our next move sleep replacement? I think it probably is. We're, like, pretty desperate for cash. 56? 56? Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I was kind of hoping that was an asteroid. I don't know for sure that it would have connected, but it could have. It could have. It could have. Well, shit. That's what I have to say. Do we have an asteroid anywhere that we can blow up? That's nope. We have no floating space dollars. Okay, tap. Do this, accomplish goal, receive some money, and a considerable amount of science, an amount of science that absolutely matters. And all of a sudden, life is potentially good again. Connect. Ooh. I don't know. So there's not really anything around here to take this point of water, but if we did do people in and then water out, we could get this world to successful and work on our other goal, which does matter quite a bit. This has been so sloppy. I mean, we could make this happen with a slip relay. We're going to have a lot of money pretty soon. Our income's going to get really good. Yeah, maybe it is something like that. We still have to figure out a way to do another. Now that we have slip relays, though, we can cheat these worlds in some maybe interesting ways. So we would be talking about making, I guess this would be a joint factory. There's no reason to make it a robot world. It could be a joint factory. And the question is just like, how do we get water to here? And the answer is that. Actually, can I lay down a slip relay? No, absolutely not. I was wondering if I could just directly slip relay these two worlds together, because that would be very convenient, wouldn't it? So if this is a joint factory, it produces the stabilization factor for this thing. Or I guess we could just run it from there. That would be fine. Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do, is start setting this up. It's going to be expensive, but it's also... I mean, I still don't have a way of getting rid of the food. That's another critical part of flipping this. This, in theory, allows the production of biomass, but it's pretty non-trivial. How the hell am I going to flip a second ocean? What was I thinking? Also, how would I make this a goods world? I guess that world can produce goods with flexible fab. We don't have another world around that could pull it off, so it kind of would have to be this one. Maybe the plan is just go to infraspace mastery. Are we even gonna... we'll get there like right as the game ends. But that would allow me to bump... we actually don't even have spare minerals anywhere. Oh no, we do here. So yeah, we could do a bump through there. I don't love that plan. Mineral seeding. The answer was mineral seeding this world. It deals with a point of unemployment. Yeah. Yeah, I was too... I mean, I don't know that it would have been reasonable for us to take mineral seeding at any point, but something like that would have been valuable. Okay, so... It is our sixth task, too. Like, it does matter quite a bit, because first of all, it produces $80, and secondly, it's a star. So I do need to get it done. Just don't know how. Can we make a people world over here that would, So, like, if this was a people world, we could do biomass to food. Deliver a point of population via slip relay. And then... no source of chips anywhere around. Because it's looking like increasingly difficult to get that done. Yeah, I feel like we're trapped. We still haven't discovered another, like, viable ocean world anywhere. There's not really any more searching I can do either. We'd have to expand first. Which I guess we can do. Oops, what am I... Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Let's do this thing. Is that a... That's a spend a couple of probes, I think. Well, that's an ocean world, and it's in a position where it potentially could be good, maybe. Provided there's a mineral producer over there somewhere. Where else do I want to know anything? Here, this'll be information. Not very much information, mind you. And then, like, this. Pretty rough overall, if I'm being honest. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this thing. I really do want to do this thing. Lets me do that, which is good for our happiness, which is good for our score. Do this as well, send the point of goods over. So this world flips to successful. This world is never going to get goods otherwise. Is it better for me to send this point of goods to here? It might be. Can we get rid of that? It's no longer true. I have reached the threshold for even a single star. I will say this. It is not looking like this is going to be the one in terms of... in terms of getting more than one star on the main score screen. I don't foresee it happening here. I really want to make this connection too. Yeah, look at all the things flipping and becoming happy. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Stick to the plan, Chief. We will figure this out. I could do a complicated set of moves here. We could do like a double slip relay transit. Obviously, it's not great. I kind of want to explore up this way. It's not very easy for us to do. We kind of have to make a pretty speculative move somewhere. It's basically like I need there to be a mineral world in this area. If that happens, we can go minerals to robots here, or minerals to joint factory here. And then we can use a stabilizer to stabilize all this noise, send the robot here for food, and we have biomass to back that up. And then, yeah, like it all works really well, provided there is a mineral world. And if it doesn't work, we can maybe find a way to force it. Yeah, I mean, definitely. We can definitely find a way to force it. It's not my favorite play, but it definitely could happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up the colonize here, because otherwise we're never going to be able to scout the area. Mineral worlds? One of these. That one being a mineral producer would have been pretty good. So once again, it hurts. It hurts that I did not take the thing that makes this all possible. Well, this is still salvageable with a little bit of, you know, complicated relay work. Do we have a good... No, we don't have a good source of minerals. We could force the existence of a source of minerals. I'm going to tap next year here. Is it possible for me to connect? Yes. This mineral world over here can connect to that goods world. Unfortunately, that doesn't solve this planet's need for minerals. But I think we have to go for it anyway. Another thing that we do want to do, well, I guess it doesn't really help to get the water off of here until we do figure out a way to get the food over there, or the population. Let's focus on this for right now. So we do this thing. I'm sticking to the plan in case that wasn't clear. We are going to make this work. Okay, so this becomes a food world. We send robot plus biomass. We make this a colony. Send that. We do take infraspace mastery. I mean, it is very good. It lets us cheat in a lot of fascinating ways. Will we get... No, we only have one more science income, so we definitely won't ever be able to stream split, which is a shame. I think it's just like we set up a couple of really expensive connections here. Right, like I do this, and then I do in fact commit on this because now I need the point of water to produce the point of minerals that allows me to do... Oh, wait a minute. Can I not connect these two? Oh, I can't. The distance is so great that one relay won't cover the mineral from here to there. Hope? Hope pays off. All right, a little bit of two-way trade. And then we do this. We make this world, produce a point of goods. And then I still have to get a point of people off of this world. Okay, that's fine. There we go. One successful ocean world. We did it. What am I buying with the ends of my technology? Oh, nothing. Actually, nothing is going to be available to us. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now that we have infraspace mastery, this part becomes a lot easier. Does it make more sense to do this from somewhere else? Oh, this... Sorry, we should have fixed that some time ago. This is going to flip both of these worlds, which is pretty good time. Okay, hooray! 5 stars on tasks. Get an ocean planet to prosperous is a thing we might actually be able to do, because this planet's really close, right? Yeah. We have to get 2 points of water off of it, which I absolutely can do. Oh, no, sorry, I have 3 months. Do not realize. A connection between these two worlds and then this world flipping to successful would actually do it. Oh, wait, what do I... None of these do anything. Sorry, I'm being silly. I'm thinking about the game in a very old school way. A very not mission mode kind of way. It doesn't actually accomplish anything for us to do that. So, is there a star we can still gain? At this point, I would have to, in 3 months, flip 2 planets, or gain 5 happiness, or inhabit 2 Isium worlds. So gain 5 happiness is at least theoretically possible. If we can make a play that upgrades a planet or 2, if we can make a play that upgrades 2 planets at once, probably we could do that. Actually, this is pretty good. This is just $25 to connect. Oh, that's right. That doesn't actually flip that world, though. Because that world doesn't have enough outputs. We have 3 months. Can I make this work? No, the distance is too great, it looks like. If I could deliver people from this world to that world, it would flip them both to successful while also eliminating a point of unemployment. Okay, we still have some unhappiness from past shortages. That's a thing worth looking at, because that means that there are places we're going to lose every year. A point of past shortage unhappiness fades from each world that still has some. So we're going to get a little bit of happiness for free at the end of the year. Also, that's free happiness as well. Did that not? Oh, it increased the happiness of the world by 1, but it also created a point of unemployment. Yeah, there's absolutely no way to feed these together. No, I think this thing is blocking the direct path and making life really, really difficult. Is there anywhere else where sending in a point of population is a big change? This world needs an import or an export, and also to be... Oh, actually, that would be really great if we could get these two to connect. And we can... Oh no. We do need to have done this. That's not optional. We could undo this, I guess. Yeah, that repurposing doesn't actually get us anything. But this move, if I am looking at it correctly, this move flips this world by connecting. It makes the other world successful and then connects it here. It does another import. So it gains us 1 unhappiness because it increases the population, but it also gains us 1 happiness from decreasing unemployment, plus 1 happiness from this flip, plus I believe it's the difference between those is 2. And then if we have at least 2 points of past shortage unhappiness fall off, we get a star? Is that good enough? Nope. Nope. Okay, well, a 14 is... Listen, it's still a victory. It is still absolutely, technically a victory. And I guess I'm just going to have to accept it. One of these days, we're going to get more than 1 star in our score. It's going to happen. When you come back next time, tomorrow, maybe that'll be the day. It could be. No one can predict. And we'll see you then.